Oh my gosh, it's the weekend. It's actually time for the Saturday chat. Now I could play the intro like this. Or I could warn you a little bit in advance. I haven't played this one in a really long time because, I don't know, I guess it has the sound shock factor. So cover your ears. Here's a warning to cover your ears. 1, 2, 3. I have not played this one since like forever ago. Hi, I'm Jan. I love to help people save money, hard-earned money, smart money, money period, save money and more with Jan. Thank you so much for being here. If you're brand new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a loyal listener and viewer, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody. And please don't forget to click like and subscribe. Best thing to do is do it right now. Going to talk to you today about a few, since this has been all week long, mixed bag of tricks and tips. I'm tongue-tied sometimes when I say that. Forgive me. Tips and tricks. There you go. Mixed bag of tips and tricks. Say 3 times. No. Once was enough. That's okay. All right, let's talk about some grocery savings tips. I have my book with me because I didn't want to miss a beat. Most of the time I do ad-lib a lot of the stuff, but I just don't want to miss a beat. So if you see me looking down, I'm not being rude. I'm just looking at my notes. Okay, so grocery savings tips, shop less often. Now that sounds pretty kind of common sense, right? Yeah, well, with good reason. If you shop less often, that's an automatic savings in so many ways. What? Yes, you're saving on gas, you're saving on time, effort, and energy. Many times people make extra trips for no really good reason. They're not consolidating their efforts into one. That's my opinion on that. But let's think about something for a minute. Let's say that you normally go to the grocery store. Any of us, go to the grocery store once a week. They're physically in person, okay? Once a week. That's 4 times a month. That's 4 trips on the gas pedal for many people. Just saying, okay? And not only that, the less frequently that we shop, we tend to use up what we have better. So maybe we could wean ourselves off and go maybe 3 times a month, every 10 days, as opposed to every 7 days. Give it a whirl, see how you could handle it, and see if it helps you to keep some more of your hard-earned money. Give it a whirl. Instead of 4 times a month, think about going every 10 days. I'm just saying. Oftentimes people go grocery shopping 2 times a month, like every 2 weeks. All right, see what you could do about it. Just saying. All right, next. Now, try not to shop with people that kind of sort of like are interruptive, intrusive, and annoying. Now, that doesn't mean you don't love the person. They may not be the best people to go shopping with. Doesn't mean you don't love the person. But if you really want to concentrate on what you're doing, as long as you have like your list with you and really stick to your list. Sometimes we go shopping with people who love to influence other people to spend their money, not their own money, not the person that's making all the suggestions, but your own money. If that's the case, just be strong and continue to stick to your list. Continue to stick within your budget. That person might actually mean very well. They're just sweet people, but they're not realizing that, the cash register keeps ringing in the back of your mind. So do not shop with people who are distracting. I'm just saying. All right. Personally, I do prefer to shop alone because I could focus better. But, that's me. Give it a whirl. See what happens if it makes any difference. Repurposing. Take a moment today, if you can, on this wonderful weekend. Take a minute, look around you, or if you just notice something that can be repurposed, reutilized into something else. Now, of course, I'm all for decluttering. I'm in the decluttering process myself. There's nothing that feels better than getting rid of things that you literally do not use. But if you come across something that really can be used and you do repurpose it like within a reasonable amount of time, like within that week or 2, if it goes beyond 2 weeks, you really didn't need to repurpose it and it's time to reassign it another home. Just saying. But For example, I love my empty Happy Belly coffee jars. They are so different. They are kind of like in a rectangle shape instead of a round shape. It's really cute. And the covers are rectangular and the jar itself is rectangular and they're clear plastic. I love to collect those to keep them for future gifts or to store candy in them or anything that I want in them. Could even be change, coins, whatever. It could be reutilized, repurposed. I actually have one right now that I'm repurposing into a smaller version of a sugar jar, okay? And it comes in really handy for, let's say, friends or family that come over, have a cup of coffee, and they got the little sugar jar right then and there. Cost for me, not twice. I paid for it already. I love the thought and the idea of reutilizing something that I already paid for something else that I could really use. So in that case, that's just an example. Okay. Okay, let's see. You know, old day planners come in handy for so many reasons. Many times we indicate phone numbers of people that we don't necessarily frequently call, but it's nice to know that those numbers are there. And sometimes we fail to switch or transfer the information from the old day planner into the new one. Well, now it's still like the beginning of the year. Okay, so you're viewing this in the beginning of February. I'm recording this at the end of January because I record days ahead of time. But we're still in the very beginning part of the year. Double check to make sure that you entered all of your information that you could, but maybe you didn't. Do not discard your old day planner. You may come across or need some vital notes that you took last year that you completely forgot about. I keep all of my day planners. I have a collection. That's one book that I will keep and I will not get rid of until at least 5 or 6 years. So I like to keep the last 5 years of my day planner. If I see I'm not going into the day planner for any purpose from 5 years ago, then that year, when the year ends, that's the year then I will get rid of that day planner. But I like to hang on to them for at least 5 years. I'm just saying. Organization tip, one tip that really, really has just stuck out in my mind, and it is true. You don't have to be a fuss budget. It doesn't have to cost you a red cent to do this. All we have to do is make sure that our surfaces, our tops of refrigerators, cabinets, shelves, things of that nature, end tables, only the necessary items to be there, not extraneous extra stuff. Keep surface areas as clean and open as possible. You will feel so much cleaner. It is easier to maintain, doesn't cost you anything, and it forces us in a way to remind ourselves that it just looks better overall. Here's another example. Did you ever notice, for example, if you don't clean up your kitchen or dining room table in a timely manner, that, kind of like you're looking at the clutter on the table and you're saying, oh, the whole room looks upset. But did you ever notice that once you clear that off, the rest of the room just seems to light up and calm down? I'm telling you, this is just so amazing. If there's anything you may consider to do today, at least make sure your tops of surfaces of places are clean. If you only have time to make sure that your tabletop is clean today, do that and see how much better you'll feel. You may be shocked and amazed and want to continue with that. Put on some great music in the background or some videos of other content creators. Of course, you could always play mine in the background. That's a given. But other content creators that will motivate you in the organization arena. This trick works and you will feel better. And it's so much easier to maintain. So I left this one for last because time management doesn't seem to fly very well with people. But I'm sorry, I will always say this. Time is more important than money. If we lose money, we could always get it back again. You could always get money back again. If you lose time, you will never get it back again. Time is a very precious commodity. I'm just saying. So there are a few things that I strongly suggest for time management. For example, in the morning time, I like to have a brief idea as to what I'm going to eat for dinner that night. So what I will do to save time is to look in the freezer. If there's something I need to take down, I will take it down in the morning before I start my business day. I will take it down. If I plan to have a meal that doesn't require anything from the freezer, so be it. I already have an idea as to what I'm going to do. This saves frustration. This saves time. Another thing, if you have kids, let them participate in helping cleaning up after a meal. Let them help you clear the table. Let them help you by clearing off the dishes, bringing them to the sink. It is those little things. You even help setting the table. You'll be shocked and amazed that they actually want to help. And as a former school teacher, I can assure you of this. Kids actually like to pick out their own outfits, but not to have to do it on the day of school. Sometimes that can be very frustrating. Get an idea of everything the night before. Perhaps the kids may be interested, or you may strongly suggest that they become interested the night before and pick out their next day school outfits. A word about that. Actually, one thing about uniforms in school, I'm all for kids having uniforms in school. It takes a lot of stress off the kids for peer pressure, and it takes all the stress for the parents too in figuring out outfits. There's no competition. And also, when kids do wear a uniform to school, they realize, well, this is my outfit to get ready to go to work, if you will. School is work, right? It can be fun, but school is a serious thing, in my honest opinion. You can have fun at school, yes, but you're there to learn. So it sort of just regroups the mindset to think, okay, I'll have playtime after school, but while I'm in school, I'm in my uniform, and so on and so forth. I have found that kids perform better when they wear a uniform. My entire life as a student, I always had to wear a uniform. So that's how it has worked out for me. But let's get back to the time management arena. If there's anything you could do the night before, borrow a little time from tomorrow, the day before, and just get things as much ready the night before. Even if you only assign yourself 15 minutes to a half hour for the next day prep, whether it's what kind of breakfast are you going to have? Maybe you want to have protein, but you don't feel like cooking. Boil a few eggs the night before or on a Sunday. Put a few hard-boiled eggs in the refrigerator. Have a hard-boiled egg and a banana. Your breakfast is complete painlessly. Just saying. Set up your coffee maker the night before. And of course, it wouldn't be a video without the bird clocks. You know what? I'm just going to listen to it for a second. Just saying. So these are just some mixed bag of tips and tricks. And of course, I love to give tips and tricks all the time when it comes to saving money. But today we focused on time management, a little bit of organization, and some other stuff. Thank you so much. If you have any tip or trick that will be helpful to someone else that has absolutely worked for you, please let everyone know. Where? In the comment section below. But I really believe that we need to do more like this lady does. Thank you so much for being here. I really and truly do appreciate everyone's time. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care now. Bye-bye.